Hi you guys, my name is Sonia. I am a freelance makeup artist out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I finally decided to do a makeup look for you guys. Let me know how you guys like it and what you guys think about it. Starting with a fresh face, no makeup on. I'll be right back with my eyebrows on. Brows are on. Now I'm gonna start by priming the face with the Milk Hydro Primer Grip. My face is normal to dry, typically dry. I live in Las Vegas, so your face is always going to be dry. Yes, down the neck too, because why not? You're gonna put makeup down there too. And then I like to go in with the NYX Pore Filler. This stuff is kind of weird because this is what I do, because when it comes out, it kind of, see how it comes out all weird? Oof. Yeah, it gets all over the place. Anyways, squirt it out, and what I do is I take some of it off my hand and put it on my pores, wherever I need it the most. So wherever you need it the most, which is for me there. Now for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and it is in the shade 315N. And what I do is I put a little bit in the palette, a clean palette, and put it onto my skin. The brush that I'm using is from BH Cosmetics. I love these brushes because they're affordable and they feel soft and they're very good and they last a long time. I take whatever's left and I take it down the neck and onto the chest. Now I take my wet beauty sponge. These I got them from AliExpress. Yes, AliExpress, they're amazing. And I beat my face. Try to press it in really good. Now I'm gonna use my concealer. I love the Born This Way concealer. I use the shade Light Beige. This is an amazing concealer. I love it. I can't let go of it. No matter how many different concealers I buy, I end up going back to this one. You can tell because I'm almost running out. I dab some right here, this corner, corner to corner, the middle. I don't put that much right here, just very little in here. So I've got some lines right there and I don't want to make it too cakey because then it doesn't look cute and it actually enhances those lines. And I put some around here. I take a brush. This is a concealer brush. Don't mind this brush. It's been used and abused. It's by Do Care. I love these brushes. Another affordable brush to buy when you're starting off as a makeup artist. And I just brush it around. Take it down my nose. So what I'm doing is I'm tapping around and moving it around, not really like wiping it like that. So just like tap, tap, tap. And then whatever's left, I put it in my eye, on my eyes, not in my eyes, on my eyes. Then I go back in with my sponge. And yes, you're gonna look like a ghost for a moment. I use this part for foundation and then this part for concealer. That's what I love about these sponges. And just press everything in. Press it all in. Now I'm gonna go in with powder. And the powder I love to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Translucent. There you go, it looks white. It goes on like the color of your skin. So what I do is I go back in and I make sure that I blend out whatever has gone into my lines. I have a little bit of the powder, tap it on my hand, and little by little I add some. For me, my eyes are very dry underneath, so I have to be very careful how much powder I add to it. That's all you need, just that little bit. Then I use whatever's left here and go around my nose. Same thing with like your eyelids. Make sure that your eyelids are blended out, because otherwise you have this line. I take the powder, I do the same thing. And being very careful that you do not get any powder on your brows. I know that's really hard, but try not to. By adding my powder with the beauty blender that's, or not beauty blender, but beauty sponge that is already damp, I am not adding too much powder to my face, so my face won't dry up. And now I take my bronzer by MAC in the color Give Me Sun. This is what it looks like right here. I take a big old fluffy brush, tap some of it out, and I start bronzing my face. I always start from up here, so that's where the sun hits. The sun hits down, so you want to make sure you're starting your bronzer from the top. Get my forehead, starting from the edges and then working my way down a little. So I want to make that forehead look smaller and tanned. Make sure you get some around here too. Around here, just go around your face where the sun hits. Take my nose and I put some on my nose. Now you don't need to do this. I do this because of the shape of my nose. See? No, I know it looks funny right now, but it's gonna look better later. Then go around your jawline. You guys, English is my second language. I know it doesn't sound like it so much because my English is actually pretty good. But English is my second language. I'm Puerto Rican, 100%. I speak Spanish, so my English will be what we call in Puerto Rico matao. Both my English and my Spanish are both matao, which means dead. Go down your neck and your chest, somewhere around here. You want to match your whole body. I go in with my Hula bronzer to contour. I take a brush, kind of like swipe sideways like this. I love these kind of brushes. This one is an old brush also by Duke Hair. This bronzer has been very much loved. It's one of my favorites. Take some, tap it out, and then just going to where you want to start contouring. So tap, 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 and then blend, blend, blend. And go up to the forehead. Now this is called contouring with powder, like powder contouring. You can cream contour, or you can just contour with a powder. And usually this is what I do when I'm just like on the go, but I still want my cheeks to look contoured. For me, I feel like what's easier is I start from the very top up here of my ear and I work my way out. And make sure everything's blended. Like if you see some parts that are like looking like you just tapped it in and then you left it there, that's not cute, girl. That's not cute. Blend, blend, blend it. Blending is key. Now, what I do is I take, for my eyes, I take the same bronzer from Hula and I take a fluffy brush. This one is from Morphe. It's the M504. I love this brush. I've had it forever. I don't know if they still have it, but take some and I use it as eyeshadow. Start from the corner. You're not creating a certain eyeshadow look. This is just kind of contouring your eyelids a little. So go crazy. But blend it. Definitely blend it. Same thing on the other eye. I like to go from corner to corner. See how that gives you that bronzy look? So pretty. And this is what I do. Take some of it with the same brush and I go down my nose. I go down, I blend, blend, blend. So now I take a smaller brush. This is a brush that I took off the palette from my Naked palette from Urban Decay. What I do is I take there's two ends. I like to use this end. Still using the Hula for underneath my eyes here, and I just tap it in. I tap it in and then I blend it out. Bello. Beautiful. Now we're going in with blush, and my current favorite blush that I've been using has been by Scott Barnes, my favorite makeup artist. I love him. I've been really into these colors right here. I mean, you can tell I'm always like using them. These two here along with this one, and the color Sweet Cheeks, Minimalist, and Mango Fizz. So I've been just combining the three over here. Oh my god, I love it, especially this orange. This orange is beautiful. So you'll see. See how beautiful that is? Oh my god, I love it. And yes, I apply my blush underneath my eyes as well. I go to from my cheeks, but like the top of my cheek up here, and all the way up to the corner up here. But I blend it out with my contour powder. I put some on my nose, my chin, my forehead. Yes, I do this with the blush. I do not love it. I go crazy with blush because I love it. And this blush is not, it's soft. It's not like super intense blush. So now what I do is I go back in with my powder. I take my sponge and I cut right here. And I start from the very top of my ear here, and then I work my way down to the end of my mouth. And I bake for just a little bit there. And what I do is I take some of the powder again, and I bake my nose right here. I know I look crazy, but once I brush it off, blend it in, it's gonna look gorgeous. Now we're gonna start with eyeliner. And my favorite eyeliner at the moment is the Essence eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. See how the tip is? I love the tip that's like this. It's so much easier for me to do my eyeliner. And try to get closer to help you guys see how I do my eyeliner. I start with a thin line because I don't know how large my wing liner is going to be ever. So I start with a thin line and I work my way up. I know everybody starts with wing and then they do their eyeliner, but I've been doing my eyeliner since I was 11, and this is the way I do it. This is easier for me. This is what works for me. Now I do the wing. That's how I do my eyeliner. Now I'm gonna do the next one. Now that I'm done with the eyeliner, I'm going to take my brush, the one I use for contouring, and I start blending and wiping the brush off. I mean the setting powder off. The baking. Good Lord. Here, I'm always very careful when I'm wiping off the baking. I'm more like pressing and wiping because I don't want to move my makeup around. Then I take my beauty sponge and I dab everything in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray my face. I don't want to do mascara or anything or highlighter yet because I want the face to look wet. And I'm going to use the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. I love this spray. Do not use this if your skin is oily. Only use it if your skin is dry like mine's or like normal. But if your skin is oily, you can use the original Make It Last Milani. But I'm using the dewy one because, like I said, my skin has been very dry and I love that dewy look. So let that dry out. While that dries out, I am going to highlight with my favorite Ofra highlighter. It's called Rodeo Drive. So this is my favorite highlighter. I love highlighting once I've already applied my setting spray because then it enhances that highlighter. You see that? Ooh. Love, love, love. Now I'm gonna take some and put it over my lip. I put some over my little bit of bones that you can really not tell that I have, but I put some there and I put some here. And then I take one of my other favorite brushes from Morphe. It's my little tiny brush that I use for my brow bone. It's Morphe M455. And I take some of it and I highlight my brow bone. And just add some to your brow bone right here. Don't like add all over. Add just on the very top there. And blend it out. Make sure you're blending that out. Make sure it looks blended out and not like a U-E. I put some in the inner corners of my eyes. I bring it up here a little. See how pretty that looks? Ooh. And so then what I do is I take the beauty sponge and I blend everything out. Nice makeup takes a lot of steps to do, a lot of blending to do, and a lot of time to do. So when anyone asks me to go do their makeup and they tell me they want makeup done in 30 minutes, you can't expect to get this kind of makeup because this kind of makeup, as you see, takes time. You definitely have got to blend it in a lot of blending and a lot of steps to make sure that your makeup looks flawless. A lot of work, girls. You know, if you do your makeup often, you understand. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. It's by Maybelline. It's called Maybelline Sky High. And this is in the color Black is Black. This is not waterproof. I don't care to use waterproof. I use it on my clients, but not for myself. I only use it for myself if I'm going to go somewhere where I feel like I'm going to need it. Most of the time, I don't use it. Just coat your lashes just a little bit, because either way, I'm going to put lashes on. Fake lashes. So you don't really need to coat them that much. And gently coat them at the bottom. This is why I love this brush or applicator. And if you ever get mascara on your face, which I do a lot, I do it all the time, I probably did. But anyways, if you do, wait until it dries and then take the end of your brush and then scrape it off. It comes off. Now while that's drying out, I'm going to take my favorite lashes. These are by Kiss. They're called Pompadour. My favorite lashes. These lashes are amazing. And the glue that I use for it is the Duo glue, the black one. I love the black one. I use the clear one sometimes, but most of the time I'm using the black one because I'm always wearing a wing liner anyways. Wing liner is my thing. If you know me, you know I'm always with a wing liner when I'm actually wearing makeup. I don't wear makeup every day. So what I do is I take the lash and I coat the lash band. Very good. Don't add too much, but don't add too little, and make sure you get the ends of the lash band. And then I let it sit like 3 minutes. And I take the Got To Be. I know this is weird, but this is the Got To Be gel for the hair. I take a little bit and I put it on my hand, on the back of my hand. Okay, you could be less, but I am heavy-handed. And then I take the back, whatever it is that you're gonna use that brushes your eyebrow hairs. Take some of it and I add it to my brows to make my brows look more natural. I brush the hairs out. Be gentle with this. Don't put too much of it on either, because then you end up with a big old nasty glob on your brows. Be gentle with it. Coming from experience. I told you I'm heavy-handed. So by now your lashes should be ready. What I do is, to make sure that they stay on really good, is I go back in again with the glue and I just put some on the ends, just a teeny little bit on the ends. That's it. Because the ends, like the corners, are the ones that always lift. It's so annoying. But that's how I get my corners not to lift. I feel like this is the easiest way to put on your lash, is by taking a mirror, whatever little mirror you might have, and looking down and then putting on your lash. See how that went on really, really good. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't always get my lash on this quick and this easy. Sometimes I'm fighting with it. Sometimes I get good lash days. Sometimes I'm fighting with it. But I've done it long enough where I kind of figured out how to put my lashes on. Make sure you're pressing that lash in there really good, that you don't end up with a gap in the middle or anything like that, and then you can tell you have fake lash. It just doesn't look cute. See, you have to make sure that it's pressed in there. And then I lift it up a little bit, and it's still drying. Do the same thing to the other one. What a difference a lash make. Look at that, you guys. So after I look at myself in the mirror to make sure that I don't need to even out my eyeliner, because what happens is when you put on the lash, sometimes kind of makes your eyeliner look like one's thinner than the other one. You know what I mean. So just take the eyeliner and go in. Just be careful you don't get any on your lashes. Because when I look down, I want my lashes and my eyeliner to look like they're connected. To look natural. See what I mean? So now I always do this when I get a little bit of my lash. Wipe it off. Take a napkin and wipe it, because you don't want to get that on your eyes, on your eyelids. And what I'm gonna do now is I am going to add my favorite lip combo. I'm gonna show you my favorite lip combo. So my favorite lip combo is the Milani number 10. It's called Adorable. This is the lip gloss. And then I top it off with the Buxom in the shade White Russian. I just line my lips with the lipstick, the wand. I love this color. It's like a nudie, almost nudie pink. Now you can just leave it like this if you want to, but of course, I'm always wearing more than one lip color, most of the time anyways. So I'm gonna top it off with Buxom White Russian, just because I want a little glossy look. All right, you guys, so I went in, fixed my hair a little bit, put my earrings back on, and this is the final look. If you stay till the end of the video, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, comment down below. Please subscribe and like if you like this video. I would really appreciate it. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see me do. If you guys want to see my eyebrow look, that is like the hardest thing for me to show you guys. It's a pain in the butt, but I will show you and I'll make a video on it. Let me know if you want to see a video on that. And thank you again for watching. Bye.